An explosive new series gets unprecedented access into a unit that investigates officers.
It's the worst misconduct I think I've ever seen.
It made me feel ashamed and really quite worried.
Can the police really police themselves?
We urgently need to take these officers off frontline duties.
To Catch a Copper on Channel 4. Stream or watch Mondays at 9.
Time for the Channel 4 news now, which tonight comes live from Buckingham Palace.
Good evening from Buckingham Palace, where we have received the news within the last hour that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer and will be stepping back from public-facing duties during his treatment. In a statement, the palace said, during the King's recent hospital procedure for benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted. Subsequent diagnostic tests have identified a form of cancer. His Majesty has today commenced a schedule of regular treatments, during which time he has been advised by doctors to postpone public-facing duties. Throughout this period, His Majesty will continue to undertake state business and official paperwork as usual. The King is grateful to his medical team for their swift intervention, which was made possible thanks to his recent hospital procedure. He remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible. His Majesty has chosen to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation and in the hope it may assist public understanding for all those around the world who are affected by cancer. The palace has not specified what sort of cancer the King is being treated for, but said that it was discovered during his treatment for a benign prostate enlargement. The King, who returned from Sandringham to London today to start his treatment, is reported to be looking forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible. When he was Prince of Wales, the King was a patron of a number of cancer-related charities, and encouraged by the positive effect on public health awareness of his treatment for an enlarged prostate, the King has chosen to make his diagnosis public in the hope it would help public understanding for everyone affected by cancer. He has apologised for having to cancel a number of upcoming public engagements. However, the Queen will continue a full programme of public duties. The Duke of Sussex is expected to travel to the UK to see the King within the next few days. Our political editor, Gary Gibbon, has this report.
The King leaving hospital a week ago after 3 nights at the London clinic.
How are you feeling?
A statement tonight from Buckingham Palace said, during the King's recent hospital procedure for benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted. Subsequent diagnostics have identified a form of cancer. His Majesty has today commenced a schedule of regular treatments, during which time he has been advised by doctors to postpone public-facing duties. The King's going to be having treatment as an outpatient. Buckingham Palace wants the exact nature of the King's cancer to remain private, but wanted to announce the fact of cancer to avoid inaccurate speculation and because candour about treatment can encourage early diagnosis. The Queen was asked last Wednesday how the King was doing and said he was getting better. The King and Queen were then seen together emerging from church at Sandringham on Sunday. The King returned to London from Sandringham this morning to begin his treatment. It's not a full year and a half since Charles became monarch, only 9 months since his coronation.
God save the King!
The King's expected to continue to perform his state duties, like signing off appointments and Acts of Parliament, and his weekly conversation with the Prime Minister. The royal family leaving church in Sandringham at Christmas. It's understood that other members of the royal family are not expected to step in as counsellors, substitutes for the King in public duties, as the law allows. No one knows right now if that could become necessary. The King spoke to both his sons about his condition. Prince Harry is believed to be making plans to fly from California to see his father. Prince William had been staying close to Windsor, where his wife, the Princess of Wales, had been recuperating from her own recent operation. Prince of Wales will return to public duties this week.
As the Queen herself did with such unswerving devotion, I too now solemnly pledge myself, throughout the remaining time God grants me, to uphold the constitutional principles at the heart of our nation.
The King speaking to the nation just after the death of Queen Elizabeth, his mother, echoing her pledge to serve as monarch until death. A very public diagnosis will bring that up the public agenda, just as the palace can be expected to give reassurance and optimism about the planned medical treatment.